In example 1, we get to translate each verbal model into a mathematical expression. Let's read the first one, and when I'm doing these problems I like to read the whole thing first, and then I start to look at each individual part or try to break that sentence into a smaller part. So if we read the first one, we have 3 times a number plus 12. In my mind I see this 3 times a number, and I'm going to write that as 3n. So this part right here, 3 times a number, when we translate that into algebra, that's just going to be 3n, or 3 times n. You can choose any variable you want for the number. That's the unknown. That's the quantity we don't know that might vary, and so we use a variable for it. This plus 12 is going to be, as it sounds, plus 12. So we can maybe draw a line here and say, hey, that's the plus 12 part right there. Okay? So 3n plus 12 would be our final answer. This is a mathematical expression. Here we have the verbal. Number 2, we've got the quotient of a number and 16. Quotient's kind of a funny word. You might not hear this every day in your real life, but quotient to me means division. The quotient of a number, and let's use maybe x for this one, and 16. Quotient's division, so we have x divided by 16. Number 3 says a number decreased by 11. So we're going to start off with a number. We're not multiplying or dividing that number by anything, it's just a number. Let's make it y maybe. And then decreased by 11, lowered by 11, so we want to use a subtraction symbol here, and then our number value of 11. So y minus 11 is your mathematical expression. Number 4 is the sum of 13 and twice a number. There's a couple different ways to tackle this one. You can take a look at the 13 and write that down. And then you can write down twice a number. We'll use maybe b as a variable here. And then you can go back to the first part of the statement, and the first part of the statement says we're going to sum 13 and then twice a number. So sum would mean add. You can write it like this, 13 plus 2b, or in the future, when you're asked to write a polynomial in standard form, you're going to want to write this as 2b plus 13. We try to write the term with the highest power of the variable first. In this case there's only a b there, and then the constant value, we try to write that always off on the right hand side.